Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Long time no speak. Well, today I wanted to make a video on Beyonce's decision to collaborate with Megan Thee Stallion on Megan's music Savage. Now, everyone believed that Beyonce was going to collaborate with Normani because Beyonce always showed support for Normani, even when Normani was in the group Fifth Harmony. However, Beyonce is yet to do any collaborations with Normani, and she has collabed with Megan Thee Stallion, which became popular after we all got to know Normani. And there's a good reason for this, so I'm just trying to point out how, well, one way to look at certain things, because I feel like people feel that just because you like someone and you truly support them, that you have to go all out of your way and even in your work and spend your time and effort in working with them. But honestly, sometimes just because you like a person, it doesn't mean you have to work with them at a particular time. Usually, artists that are established in the industry wait until a new artist has a strong footing in the industry and they give a sense of sustaining themselves and are in the process of becoming bigger and exploding. Basically, when they have something explosive going on, that is when the more established artists decide to work with them on a particular project, because it will be beneficial to both parties if they do that. If an established artist works with a brand new artist who's still struggling, still trying to get both of their feet in the door, then that will only be beneficial to the new artist and not to the established artist, because they won't get much from the new artist as far as a new fan base or even more exposure. So it does not benefit an established artist to work with a new artist that's just coming in to the industry. With that being said, it is quite obvious that Megan Thee Stallion, even though she came in after Normani, has made a bigger mark on the industry than Normani. She's growing very fast. Megan, I mean, she's growing really big. She's growing her fan base. She has some very good music that people enjoy, and she's constantly in the headlines. Normani, on the other hand, is still working on herself. She's still working on her image. We hear all the time about people saying that she looks like this artist, she looks like that artist, she's dancing like a particular artist, and she needs to find her own style. So she's still in that very, very early stages that I think Megan has already passed. So it makes sense that an established artist such as Beyonce, if she decides to collaborate with Normani, naturally, even though she supports Normani, she still has to wait until Normani has a stronger footing in the industry before doing that collab. And Normani has to be exploding when Beyonce comes in to collaborate with Normani. That is the only way that both parties will benefit from the collaboration in a way that will be worth their time, and the effort and all the money that's going to go into it. So basically, it makes sense that Beyonce has not collaborated with Normani yet, even though she obviously supports Normani. We should also realize that artists develop at a different pace, depending on so many reasons. And just because one artist came onto the scene before another artist, it does not mean that the first artist that came into the music industry will develop faster than the artists that came in afterwards. Let's take Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion, for instance. Cardi B exploded right off the bat when she dropped Bodak Yellow and became more popular in the industry. And Megan Thee Stallion, on the other hand, had to develop very slowly, but there is a sense of sustainability that you see with Megan Thee Stallion. And it's, if you've ever heard that people that grow slowly or people that develop slowly tend to sustain a lot longer than people that explode right off the bat. And that's not to say that all these other artists that I mentioned will not sustain, but as far as in the industry that they are in, there is a very strong sense of sustainability that I see Megan having. Even though she's having label problems right now, I just do not see her as a transient rapper, like a rapper that's going to be here this year and then in a couple of years we begin to wonder where she is. I just don't get that feeling when I see Megan. Normani, on the other hand, is still developing. She's still trying to find her footing. She was in a group, Fifth Harmony, but she's out and she's on her own now. And as far as the length of time that she's been on her own, apart from Fifth Harmony, it has not been for a very long time. So it's going to take her a while to find her style and to find her sound in a way that will allow people to see her for who she is and not as another artist, you know. And sometimes it takes time and it takes work, it takes effort. I'm sure she's putting in the work right now, and I'm sure she's gonna get to where she's going. Yeah, that's basically it for his video. Actually, I do want to add one more thing. So there's been cases when an artist comes onto the scene, we immediately begin to look at an established artist in the same genre that has not collaborated with the new artist, and we tend to put pressure on the more established artists to collaborate with this new artist even before the new artist is ready. And I just feel like that is unnecessary. These artists know, especially the more established ones, they know exactly when to go and collaborate with a new artist in a way that will benefit them. So it's not about just jumping onto a collaboration with whoever's new on the block. It's about waiting to see the optimum time that would be best for the collaboration and to have that collaboration timed perfectly as far as the release date and just in a way that will overall be beneficial to both parties. So yeah, let's stop forcing collaborations when artists are not ready. They know when they want to collaborate with an artist in a way that will benefit them, and that's what they're going to do. Besides, when artists are being forced to collaborate and they choose not to because they're not ready, what happens is that the new artist will begin to feel as though the more established artist or the other artist doesn't have to be necessarily more established, but just the other artist does not either like them or does not support them. And then before you know it, they are having problems, they're beefing, all because the fan bases were trying to force a collab that was just not, that they were not ready for. These types of situations creates an enmity between the artists that did not exist before, and even if the artists know what the reason why the other artist is choosing not to collaborate with them, it still kind of leaves some bad blood where one artist feels slighted or they feel as though the other artists think that they're not good enough at that time for them to collaborate with, and it's just a whole messy situation. Anyway, that is all for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.